The Wise Old Man and the Village. In a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a wise old man named Horun. Horun was known far and wide for his wisdom and kindness. People from neighboring villages would travel great distances to seek his advice on various matters. One day, a young man named Amir arrived in the village. Amir was ambitious and eager to learn the secrets of wisdom. He had heard tales of Horun's profound knowledge and was determined to become his disciple. Amir approached Horun's modest home and knocked on the door. The old man welcomed him with a warm smile and invited him inside. After exchanging pleasantries, Amir expressed his desire to learn the ways of wisdom. Horun looked at Amir thoughtfully and said, "Wisdom is not something that can be taught in a day. It is a journey that requires patience, observation, and reflection. Are you willing to embark on this journey?" Amir nodded eagerly, and thus began his apprenticeship under Horun. The first lesson: the value of silence. Horun's first lesson for Amir was the value of silence. He took Amir to a serene spot by a river and asked him to sit quietly and observe the surroundings. At first, Amir found it difficult to remain silent. His mind was filled with questions and thoughts. But as days turned into weeks, Amir began to notice the subtle sounds of nature, the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the gentle flow of the river. He realized that in silence, he could hear and understand things that were otherwise drowned out by the noise of everyday life. Horun explained, "Silence allows us to listen not only to the world around us but also to our inner selves. It is in silence that we find clarity and insight." The second lesson: the power of observation. One day, Horun took Amir to the village market. The market was bustling with activity, and people were busy buying and selling goods. Horun asked Amir to observe the interactions between the villagers. Amir noticed how some people haggled over prices, while others exchanged pleasantries and shared stories. He saw the joy on a child's face as they received a sweet treat and the concern on a mother's face as she bought medicine for her sick child. After spending the day at the market, Horun asked Amir what he had learned. Amir replied, "I have learned that every person has their own story and struggles. By observing them, we can understand their needs and emotions." Horun nodded approvingly. Wisdom comes from understanding others. By observing and empathizing with people, we can offer meaningful advice and support. The third lesson: the importance of humility. As time passed, Amir grew more confident in his abilities. He began to feel that he had learned all there was to know about wisdom. Sensing this, Horun decided to teach him a lesson in humility. One evening, Horun invited Amir to a gathering of village elders. During the discussion, Amir eagerly shared his thoughts and opinions on various topics. However, the elders listened patiently and then shared their own experiences and insights. Amir realized that despite his knowledge, there was still much he did not know. He felt humbled by the wisdom of the elders and understood that true wisdom comes from recognizing one's limitations and being open to learning from others. Horun smiled and said, "Wisdom is not about knowing everything. It is about being humble and willing to learn from everyone, regardless of their age or status." The fourth lesson: the gift of giving. One winter, the village faced a severe shortage of food. The villagers were worried about how they would survive the harsh season. Horun decided to teach Amir the importance of giving. He asked Amir to gather whatever food he could spare and distribute it among the needy villagers. Amir hesitated at first, worried that he might not have enough for himself. But he trusted Horun's wisdom and followed his instructions. As Amir distributed the food, he saw the gratitude and relief on the faces of the villagers. He realized that by giving, he was not only helping others but also experiencing a sense of fulfillment and joy. Horun explained, "True wisdom lies in selflessness. When we give without expecting anything in return, we create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion." The final lesson: the cycle of life. Years passed, and Amir continued to learn and grow under Horun's guidance. One day, Horun took Amir to a beautiful garden filled with blooming flowers and towering trees. He asked Amir to reflect on the cycle of life. Amir observed how the flowers bloomed and withered, how the trees shed their leaves in autumn and sprouted new ones in spring. He saw the interconnectedness of all living things and understood that life was a continuous cycle of growth, decay, and renewal. Horun said, Wisdom is understanding the impermanence of life. It is about embracing change and finding beauty in every stage of existence. The legacy of wisdom. As Harun grew older, he knew that his time was coming to an end. He called Amir to his side and said, "You have learned many lessons, but remember that wisdom is a lifelong journey. Continue to observe, reflect, and grow. Share your knowledge with others and help them find their own path to wisdom." With a heavy heart, Amir bid farewell to his mentor. He returned to the village and dedicated his life to helping others, just as Harun had done. The villagers came to respect and admire Amir for his wisdom and kindness. And so, the legacy of wisdom continued, passed down from one generation to the next, like a torch lighting the way through the darkness. The end.